it's Sarah. One day, I'd like to just turn on the camera and say that Larry's real and they fuck. But no, it hasn't come to that day yet where I can just say that. Trust me, once it comes to that day, I will have no composure in a video. So in the meantime, we're stuck with all this drama and this news. But I think you guys will like this video because this video is going to be more positive news. I'm not really going to be talking about Brianna at all. It's going to be more about Larry and Ruby Rose exposing Lounelle and One Direction not being a part of Syco anymore. Just good stuff. So without further ado, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Let's start off with Louis and Harry. So I saw this post the other day and someone pointed out that Harry and Louis both have the same pearl necklace. So at first the person pointed out that Louis and Harry have been MIA for a long time. And then out of nowhere they both left for LA at the same time. And then recently we got this video of Louis saying 4 days left, and if you look under the shirt he was wearing, you can clearly see this necklace. And it looks identical to the one that Louis has worn before and also the one that Harry has. So this post says, this pearl pendant is usually given to her as a gift by the bride. It's a symbol of love which is usually given before a wedding or when couples celebrate their anniversary or reminisce special moments of their lives. And this person's saying, I'm not saying Larry is totally married, but Larry are totally married. So here's a picture of Harry with that necklace. Then you can see that necklace underneath Louis' black shirt, and then again here under Louis' striped shirt. People could argue that it coincidentally looks like the same necklace, but to me, it looks like the same necklace. I don't buy this crap that is coincidence anymore. There's too many coincidences in this fandom involving Larry that I don't believe it's a coincidence. Also, in my last video, I did show you guys pictures of Louis in the LAX airport, but I didn't go into detail on how he didn't have any bags with him. So this post says, I love how Louis never has bags when he arrives in LA, but Harry always shows up with at least one, if not two bags. Coincidence? So Louis didn't bring anything to LA. We just have to wait and see Harry carrying 2 big bags arriving in LA. So I haven't seen any pictures of Harry arriving in LA yet, so I don't know if he was carrying any bags, but Louis was definitely not carrying a bag. And guys, this has happened before. We've seen a lot of airport pictures of Louis and he either had 1 bag or no bags. And then, oh, coincidentally, Harry appears at the airport with like 2, 3, 4 bags. I mean, really? This has happened numerous times. Okay, now onto the topic of One Direction no longer being a part of Syco. This is kind of a big topic and it can get confusing. So basically this post says, Simon Cowell sells off part of Syco Entertainment Empire for $86 million. Euros, whatever. It says he signed a new deal giving Sony a share in Syco, which owns the right to the hugely lucrative X Factor. If Simon has lost half his companies since 2015, how does he still have so much control over Louis and Babygate? I think there's a lot of things we don't know, but I'm confident in assuming that Babygate was Simon's last spiteful swan song. He's always said that it felt weirdly and pointedly personal how he attached himself to it in ways that he hadn't with other stunts. They cost him his company, and I believe he tried to do everything in his power to cost them their fan base. Quote unquote, the company is now home to internationally re-owned recording artists including Little Mix, Susan Boyle, Ella Henderson, Fifth Harmony, etc., while its television arm also includes Britain's Got Talent. Seems like there's something missing from this list. Who is it? Obviously One Direction. People saying Sony wouldn't allow Babygate, that's unethical. Just remember they allowed an artist to be sexually assaulted and then sued her. To be accurate, Sony paid 86 for 50% of Syco, not 25%, in 2015. They already owned 25% prior to that date, hence them now having majority control at 75%. Then it's even funnier, Sony basically told him his company was worthless without 1D. For the last 6 years, it's led to him losing control of his company, and the karma is real. I just want to be clear about what a massive deal I think this Syco Sony news is, because Sony took a majority holding over Syco immediately before Babygate began. There is every chance that Simon was strong-armed into selling his share of Syco as a result of his mismanagement of its act and inability to get One Direction, Syco's best asset, to re-sign with them. Louis owns a Syco imprint, which we now understand is largely owned not by Simon Cowell but by Sony as a parent company. They continued in yet unexplained placement of Syco in Louis' solo endeavors in general. I think there's every chance it's a really important piece of information in terms of understanding what's happened in the last 18 months. He's no longer the majority owner of Syco. I mean, yeah, he received a lot of money, which good for him, but this is a nice way of putting that he basically lost control of the company. He's only a 20% owner of Syco now, which means he won't call the shots alone now. This is karma getting to him finally. Wow, okay, that was a lot. Okay, so I probably should have only read a few posts and then stopped, talked about it, and read other posts, but I just decided to read all of them at once. I'm sorry. So basically, I'd like to say that I'm really glad that people write out this stuff because I have no idea how the business side of this works, like all these terms that people use. I would have never known what was going on if people didn't write it out like that. The fact that they told Simon that his company is basically worthless without 1D, I'm laughing. So all you guys have to know is that Simon doesn't own the majority of Syco anymore. The boys aren't a part of it. So hopefully when they come back, we will see a difference in the way they act, what they can do, what they can say. Even though I did read all those posts, there's still stuff I didn't understand. So if you guys completely understood it, please put it down in the comments. People are correct though. This is karma, and I hope Simon takes him and his money to an abandoned island. He needs to stop fucking up people's lives. Okay, next topic, Lounelle being exposed by Ruby Rose. Now this topic is very debatable because there's many opinions about it, and there's a lot of different ways you could interpret what Ruby Rose said. So here's the picture that Ruby Rose commented on, and it doesn't matter if you guys think that she was shading at Lounelle or not. The fact that she publicly put this out there, it can be a direct or indirect correlation to Lounelle and any bullshit that's happening in the Hollywood scene. She says, "I'm so amused by this photo. It's not very flattering, but I really like how it smells of, this is our last public outing before we break up, because our contracted fake romance is over and I hate you. I love this guy. He was my very sweet UK security, but we look like a very unhappy emo couple and it brings me joy." So one, I really like the way she handled the situation, like the way she worded that to make it sound comical. But two, she has a very good point. As I said before, maybe she wasn't totally directing this at Louis and Danielle, but at least she's putting it out there that this stuff does happen behind the scenes. I don't care if she meant to throw shade at Lounelle or not. I still think that this is a direct correlation to what's going on with Louis and Danielle. It looks very similar. If you compare this picture to Louis and Danielle, it looks very similar. Like, I could almost see Louis typing that same exact thing. And also, people were saying that Ruby started to act all innocent. Like, she's like, who's Larry? Who's Larry? To be honest, her post was not about Larry. I don't expect her to know who Larry is. I think she knows who Harry and Louis are, like as separate entities, but I don't expect her to know who Larry is. So it says, Ruby Rose exposed her own PR stunt last night and liked a comment that says hashtag Dewey, hashtag Lounelle, aka she meant that Dewey is a PR stunt. Do you know what's funnier? She's friends with Steve Aoki, who 1000% knows Dewey, and Babygate is fake, lol. Desperate Danielle just followed Ruby. Like, why are you following a woman who just agreed that you're a beard? Like, love yourself. I actually didn't know that. Why would Danielle follow Ruby right after she did that? Is Danielle saying that she agrees? Is she confirming that her and Louis are a stunt as well? Because sign me up. So guys, even though it might not directly be related to Lounelle, the fact that the post said hashtag Dewey, hashtag Lounelle, it means she saw that. And then this got so popular that hashtag Ruby exposed Lounelle party was trending at number 7. 2017 has been so interesting. So basically, I don't know what's going to come out of this. We haven't seen a recent picture of Louis and Danielle together in a while, but I would like to think that things are unraveling. And that's all the news for today, but before I go, I'd just like to say it is Zayn Malik's birthday. You guys probably already know that. He is 24, and Liam was nice enough to tweet, "Happy birthday, bro. Hope all is well and you have a good day celebrating." I still love how Liam can tweet happy birthday to an ex-bandmate, but Louis and Harry can't. But I'm not going to get into that. I've thrown too much shade today. But anyway, leave all your thoughts down below, and like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.